Hey guys, it's Lisa Walker here, coming to you from Melbourne, Australia. Just wanted to have a quick chat to you today about how I cope as a single mum with 3 children at home. After coming from, a pretty wealthy background actually, to losing everything and going back from mortgage free to renting, and being a single mum with 3 children at home on my own, and how I actually manage, working full time and manage with the kids, and building my business on the side of my job. And the thing is, it's all a journey, guys. I haven't got to where I want to be yet. It's still a journey, and I'm still building my business to where I want to be. But I know that if I don't take responsibility for myself and I don't actually take the action, then nothing's ever actually going to change for me, and I'm just going to be stuck in this rut of the 9 to 5, trying to juggle the kids and the family and everything on my own, and struggling week to week, living from pay to pay. I know that the result's never ever going to change unless I change and do something different, because how else can I leverage? I'm already working 50 hours a week, and I was actually doing 6 days a week up to a couple of weeks ago. And how else am I ever going to get out of this rut if I don't build something for myself on the side? It's virtually impossible, bar meeting some rich man, to to help me out. But the thing is, I can't rely on anybody else. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know what the future holds. All I know for now is that I have to do it on my own and for myself, and I have to be responsible for myself and my own children and my own household. So yes, I used to be in a position a few years ago where I could spend as much money as I wanted when I wanted. We were pretty wealthy. We had over $40,000 a month income. We were mortgage free. We had a beach property. We had spare cars. I had a convertible Mini Cooper that I could just use on the weekends. I had everything that I wanted, and I'd never had to worry about money. And we could just go to the supermarket and buy whatever we wanted, buy clothes what I wanted, jewelry. I've got a hobby, scrapbooking, crafts, fabric. I brought so much craft because I could. Our income was just disposable at that point. You know what I mean? And I never ever thought that I would end up being in the position that I am today. But sometimes shit happens, to be honest, and things happen, and sometimes we get dealt things in life that we never expected, and a result of that, a result of everything happening, my marriage broke up as well. And so it's been a really hard last couple of years for me, and having to try to, cope on my own, get a full-time job, go back into the workforce after running our own business for 15 years. Just having to do everything on my own and try to work full time and get my kids around to school still. I've still got 3 children at school. Got 7 children altogether, but the older 4 have left home now. And the thing is, it's not easy. It's not easy. I'm really, really lucky and fortunate that I found a job at the moment where my boss is letting me be really flexible, and he allows me to leave work some days to go and pick up my children from school and drop them home and then go back to work. I'm lucky that there's a place that that's open from 6 till 7, so I can actually go back and work till 7 o'clock at night if I have to. Most nights I don't get home till 8 o'clock at night by the time I go and pick up my children if they're at my daughter's house, or by the time I stop and work out what we're going to have for dinner or go to the supermarket, and then by the time I've got them to bed, it's after 9 o'clock, and I'm having to sit and try and work on my business when I've been on the computer all day at work. It's not easy. It's not easy, but you do what you've got to do to make things happen, to make things happen for yourself. And what I do is I really live on a budget. I live pay to pay, and any additional income I'm making at the moment is going into putting back into my business right now, and to pay for my subscriptions for my products. And I want to start doing paid advertising so I can scale that up and scale my business up, because the best way to scale your business fast is by doing paid advertising. And I know this, and I just have to do things bit by bit as I can actually afford it and as I can manage it, But if I can do this, anybody can. I'm proof that it is possible to work full time and still have kids. It is possible to work full time and still build a business on the side. And I work long hours, you know what I mean? So if I can do it, anybody can. There's not really any excuse for anybody out there that wants to make a change in their life. All it comes down to actually is just actually making a decision, and that's it. And I have a real belief in the vision of the company. I have a belief in the industry. I know for a fact by seeing, by seeing other people grow in the industry and seeing other people's results, I know for a fact that it's possible. I know for a fact that it's doable, and I know for a fact that I'm going to do it. So I just have that strong belief which drives me every day to come home, put the kids to bed, and sit on the computer till most nights, to be honest. The last 2 weeks I've been up till 2 a.m. every night, and then getting up at 7 again in the morning for work. And you can do do it. You can live on 4 or 5 hours sleep, you know. I've always been a night owl. You know, if I wasn't doing that, I'd be up doing my hobbies. That's just the person I am, you know, and it is doable. And what I've found is the more sleep that people get and the more they get into a routine of needing a lot of sleep, the more their body requires. But when you get into the routine of not needing a lot, and you know, sometimes the busier you are, the more you actually achieve in your life and the more results that you actually get out of every day. And that's what I find with me. Like, you know, I'm working a full-time day and then I'm still achieving quite a lot of stuff online that I'm doing as well. Plus, you know, trying to run a home on my own and my children and cook and clean and do washing and everything else, you know, and go out and do all the other things I need to do. Like my daughter's going to camp on Monday, so I've got to organise her stuff this weekend. Like, you just fit it all in, you know what I mean? Their dad's not around to help. He moved back to New Zealand. I've got no support here except for my older kids, you know. But you know, I could sit and cry about it and be really sad about it, and some days I do get a bit down, but the one thing I know is that keeping myself motivated in this industry, surrounding myself with a lot of successful and positive people, and doing a lot of personal development, which is what we're taught to do every single day, read something inspiring, listen to inspiring audios, that keeps me going, guys. That pushes me along, that keeps me going every day to do what I need to do to get to the results that I need to get to, you know what I mean? And what I do in terms of living on a budget, you know, like, for example, this whole outfit I made, this dress and this top, this cost me $25, you know. I can't go out and buy the designer clothes anymore. I've had to downscale my spending. I can't really spend much on hobbies anymore. I can't spend as much on food anymore. We've just learned to live on a budget, you know. I make my own clothes most of the time. And same with the kids, and I go to our local supermarket, and every week they have half price specials. Basically what I do is I just buy things half price all the time. That's what I do. Every week, if they've got, you know, detergent half price, I buy it. And even if I don't need it yet, I'll keep it as a backup for when I do need it. I just buy everything that's on sale, and that's how we live and that's how we get by at the moment, you know what I mean? We don't go out, we hardly go anywhere. The kids, you know, have a little bit of a boring life at the moment, but they're fine, they're happy. But I know that one day we will have a better life. We will get to go and do all those things. I will get to the point where I can take them out every Sunday and we can go to the city and we can go and do things and go away on holidays and things like that. But at this stage, I know in my life it's just a time of sacrifice, you know, and that's just what you have to do. Do what you got to do. So you scale your spending down. You don't go and buy all the things that you want. You know, I certainly don't go without them. I'm pretty happy, like, because we had a life of having, you know, pretty much luxury before. I've got a lot of things that I had before, you know, they came out with after our marriage split up. So, you know, I have phones, I have iPads, I have computers, I've got the technology that I need to run my business. So I'm lucky in that way where I have got the resources. But apart from that, yeah, we don't really go anywhere. We don't spend a lot on food and we don't spend a lot on things. But I know that putting any extra money I have at the moment is important to me for my business. And that's how I manage and I get results. So, you know, just what I wanted to do is encourage you guys that if you are in the same boat where you are working full time, you don't really know how you're going to be able to do it, or if you've even got the spare money to build something on the side, you just have to make it a priority. Like, if you look around, you can actually find there's a lot of ways that you can actually save money. You can just cut down on so many things. So just do yourself a budget, start cutting down on areas where really they're things that you don't need. If you can't go out in the weekend or take your kids out, you know, you can go to the park, you can go to local places that are free or cheap, you know, you don't have to go and do all the expensive things, but just know that you're going to make a sacrifice for say 6 months to a year and nail it down and put everything you can into your business, start building results, and you'll start to see the income coming, and then you'll start to have that belief that it's really going to happen for you. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you today, and if you have any other tips for me, or if you got anything else that you want me to share with you, just feel free to leave a comment in the comment section, and I'd love to have a chat with you about it. Or if you need any help starting your own business or working out ways how you can be financially free, or how you can even promote an existing product or service that you've got to offer online, just shoot me a message, let me know, and I'm all too happy to help. You can find me on Facebook if you're watching this on YouTube at facebook.com/Work with Lisa Walker. I'd love to connect with you, answer any questions you may have, and have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching this video. Bye.